Okay, I'm interviewing a curriculum coordinator for a high school. She's also a high school teacher. This has to do with my assignment. What does it take to be an effective teacher in the year 2010 and beyond? Now, firstly, I'd like to ask your opinions on technology in the classroom. Is social networking necessary in the classroom of the future?
I think that it definitely has a role to play in the classroom of the future, because students these days, especially the younger generations, are already using it for their own personal networking. So I think it definitely plays a role, but I think there are limits to how a teacher can use it.
Okay. Do you think that it would make a teacher more efficient to use it? Or more effective?
I think it could make a teacher more effective in communicating with their students.
Okay.
But it would just mean making sure that the students are actually using it as well.
Okay. Our next question, what do you think might be the roles of teacher blogs, Facebook, MySpace within the future classroom, and would it really create a more positive learning environment?
Again, I think these kind of mediums of technology, I think, have a role in the classroom of the future. By way of better communicating with our students, because they do already use these. But I believe that they probably they shouldn't replace classroom teaching, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Or communication with the teacher.
Yeah. So there should be some direct face-to-face communications as well.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, if there were virtual classrooms with 24-hour, 7-day-a-week access, would this level of access create any problems that you could envisage? Are there any plans to implement one?
We don't really have any plans to implement a virtual classroom, but at the moment our program is looking at using Blackboard, which could be compared to a virtual classroom.
That's a high school classroom,
yes? Yes. And then students would have 24-hour, 7 days a week access to this.
Do you think that might create any problems?
Problems that I can envisage at the moment is encouraging students to use it, because we're not using it presently. So that would be one problem. Our students are quite computer and technology savvy, but if it's something that they're not interested in, then I could see that as a problem. Another thing is maintenance as well, because sometimes the upkeep and maintenance of these programs can have some difficulty. And also internet access can sometimes be a problem at our school as well. We have a wireless system here, and a lot of our students have laptops, but often they have problems with connecting to the wireless.
So there's still connection problems?
Yes. So that's why I think at present in my school it's difficult for a teacher to rely on those kind of programs.
So they may not be 100% reliable at this stage?
Yes. But they definitely have potential.
Okay, good. Okay, next question. What is the role of external teaching? Student community sites such as, well, for example, there's the www.woodyworld.com in the future classroom. Do you use them already?
No, we don't use we don't use any kind of external teaching site,
Mhm.
but just that
Yeah.
at present. We do in some of our subjects refer students to particular sites that we want them to look at in order to complete different tasks.
Could you name an example of a site that you might refer someone to?
It would be very specific. But for example, I'm an English teacher, so there's a course that I teach, and part of that is letter writing.
Mhm.
And rather than going through the structure myself with the students, and a lot of the students have already learned how to write, for example, a personal letter.
Yep.
But I refer them to the Australian Post site in a homework task that I give them, and in that site there are links to models of personal letters and things like that. So,
Okay.
and they're designed for secondary students.
Okay. So they're real world examples.
Yeah,
You're having.
yeah. Especially again, because at my school, gaining access to the internet can sometimes be problematic. I
Yeah.
find that it's more efficient to give the students tasks where they use the internet outside of school.
Oh, okay. That's fair enough, like homework assignment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.